know it's about to go down. That nigga Bree was telling me about one of the other niggas that we used to hang with. Get downstairs. That we used to hang with. Giving him the flux on that bitch.
Yeah, I went live, so it should be ticking.
Hold on, what minute?
Yeah, I don't see it yet.
Hold on, let me see.
Hold on, man. Well, all right, I see it now.
Yeah. I'm about to put the link in there.
Okay.
Cole, try click that link and see what happens. Hold on, wait.
Mute yourself on the YouTube.
That link and see what happens.
I still don't see it's live yet.
Refresh. There we go.
Yeah, I'm in here.
There we go. There we go.
All right, people.
Yeah, I had to do it through a different browser.
It's a browser. Okay.
Okay.
You can add your avatar too, Cole.
Okay,
Or if you want to do your camera on, you know.
Oh no, I ain't gonna do that if y'all
So,
ain't
you know what I'm
doing
saying? You want, show, shirt, do your thing, you know.
Nigga, I'm over here looking like buckwheat too, nigga.
Okay.
Edit name,
For sure.
edit
Appreciate
audio,
it, people, for staying patient with us while we get these technical issues in. You know, shout out Born Leader TV. Please go subscribe, watch all the videos, support. Please subscribe and like. Shout out to Debated Recaps Podcast, where we talk straight battle rap on Spotify. Please support, and please subscribe to Briz' new channel, because we about to build this up and we about to talk some real live shit.
Absolutely.
So, Bree, go ahead and jump it off.
All right. My newfound atheism. I briefly talked to Cole about this. So okay, I was born in the religion, the God of Abraham.
That's Christianity, right?
Which is Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, a form of it.
Yeah.
I had brushes with Jehovah Witness, which is kind of a form of Christianity, but they don't accept the Trinity, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
Um, and then from there, um, that led me to become a skeptic because I did some researching of the Jehovah Witness faith, and I wasn't okay with what I found. I I discovered that it was on shaky ground, just like the Mormon religion is on shaky ground with the whole
Oh yeah.
the Joseph Smith. It's almost like a direct comparison,
Yeah.
so to speak. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Same day with the 7 Day Adventists. They all kind
Yeah,
of jump off
yeah.
each other. Yeah.
And you know what? And all three of them reject the Trinity, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
If I'm
think you're
not
right.
mistaken.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think you're
so.
right.
Yeah. So anyway, so for years I had been um questioning my beliefs and questioning my faith and everything. And it's not like you just wake up tomorrow and you not you know, you don't just wake up with a lack of belief in God. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, you know. And so last couple of months, um, I was thinking, and I was reading the atheist definition, and I read it before, but my mindset was a little different. I was still religious and things of that nature, still looking outside myself for whatever. But then I took a glance at it and reflected, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm a motherfucking atheist," and that's how that went. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's it's interesting how
Did Cole fall off?
it looked like he did. It's fine because he could come right back in. Must be something going on with his
Hmm.
phone. So
Yep, he'll come back in.
yeah, I sent him a text. But yeah, that's see, there you go. He back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Internet connection problem.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. It was to the point where I couldn't hear y'all no more. It
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
telling you, man, that Xfinity, man. I'm telling you, man.
man, I'm hey man, I'm trying to get there. They don't offer that over here. They saying that I'm too far away from many of the posts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
So they can only offer me so much speed anyway. So it don't matter. But
Yeah,
I'm
they
in this
can.
boy though.
Yep.
That's what's up. And
So do
so
you?
that's basically what it was. I did on some real shit. I took a critical look into my beliefs, widespread, not just religious, but I took a real deep look into my religious beliefs, and I asked myself, do I have a rational reason to be convinced that this deity or this supernatural being really exists? And I had to be real with myself, and I didn't have reason to believe that I was convinced that he existed. That's pretty much basically what it just boils down to in a nutshell.
So let me ask you this, because the people definitely gonna wanna when they dig into that.
Right.
So is it because you studied religions, different religions, and found them to be flawed to you? Is the ultimate reason you don't believe in the
Okay.
creator?
That what kicked off my skepticism
Okay.
was the fact that I said these religious is looking faulty. And so when I first started questioning, I had this idea, or I had the understanding that it really was one true religion, one true God, right? So I'm like, it's one true God. It's got to be one true God. So I got to find him, right? I got to find it. That's how my skepticism started. I got to find this one true God. But then when you really think about it, I really don't believe that God is a hide and go seek type of thing, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that
you know what I'm
100%.
saying? So I went to studying the religions until I was, and then I thought about. I said, I don't think I got to study all these religions to come to a conclusion personally that
Mhm.
ain't no substance to none of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, is
Yeah.
it so? Do you not? Because I personally
Mm-hmm.
feel like God is the energy. We are God. The universe is God. It's not a Thor super character.
Right.
That's. But I do believe that it is something. The energy. Because how do you explain emotions?
Right.
That's the one thing science can't explain with
Yeah.
human emotion.
Right.
And that's what and that's what I personally call God is the universe, the energy, what's in
Right.
us.
Right.
What's in us, you know,
Right. Right.
why you're able to care,
Right.
empathy, sympathy, excitement, anger, you
Yeah.
know, those things.
Yeah. And I understand that, and I can understand that. My
So you
thing.
saying is so where do you feel those things that science can explain comes from in the human existence?
Say that one more
I,
time, Chuck. I ain't catch all of that.
So living in this human existence, what do you think emotions and those things that science can't explain of how we started from simple organisms, but they can't explain the emotions of the human experiment? I
mhm.
mean, you know, where do
Yeah,
you believe that comes from?
the origin. Right.
Right. Okay.
I honestly I don't know,
Okay,
but that's that. In my opinion, I think that's the beautiful part
thing about it,
about my
yeah,
personal belief is I don't I don't have to know the answers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm perfectly fine with not knowing an answer, with not knowing the answers. I don't know, and I think that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Because
yep, I agree,
Right.
you know
I
what I'm
agree,
saying. And
I
so
agree.
I'm happy. I mean, I was talking to a friend, and they told me they was gonna pray for me, as though like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
like you, like it's your day
yeah,
or
yeah,
you're evil or you don't,
right.
you know, that's like
But I
you need to
told
pray
him,
for yourself. Shit.
right. But I
Right.
told him, I told him, you know, we were sitting in the car, and I told him, I said, man, I'm good. I
Right.
when I told Cole, I said this is real big because I feel like this is a transition to something to something.
Freedom.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
yes. And
yeah.
me and Corey was in the car, and we was talking to Block. We was talking to and you know I was trying to get everybody to. I said, imagine that God doesn't exist, and I was hypothetically speaking, but
Hmm.
it was funny because you know it sometimes it's hard for people to even fathom life without God, and
Right.
to where they
Right.
can't even think about it with an open mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Because people
that
really do believe that they would be this bad and horrible person if they didn't have religion to keep them grounded. And with people that feel in that way, I question who they are, period. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like I don't think that I think I'll still be the same person with me not being a believer. I'm by the way, let me say that I claim I'm agnostic. That's what I claim. But by definition, I'm atheist. But I haven't claimed that yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanna you know what I'm saying, do a little bit more research before I just jump off, you know what I'm saying that this is what I am, because I'm not going back. But a lot of people, they seem to think that they would be horrible people if they didn't believe and didn't if they didn't live Christ-like. But in
And
my opinion,
that's big. That's big.
yeah, that's big. But that makes me question your mental state. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah,
think that I'll be fine with or without. You know what I'm saying? I'm still
because the
gonna be.
thing, not to cut you off, my bad, my apology.
You good, my
Um,
bro?
the thing is when you look at what the definition of atheist is not believing in a deity.
Right.
That
Right.
doesn't. That's why what I was saying was how what I believe in is goes past that because I don't believe in a deity either, but I do believe in something.
Right. Hey, you know what?
Right.
And I was doing some research. Not to say anything, but you could be atheist and believe in the supernatural.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
just what
atheists just mean that you don't
it
believe in a
it's
deity.
right. It's the rejection of God or gods. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Which God, which remember this, an old man taught me this, and this is real. God didn't create man; man created God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a man-made concept.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that is a man-made
Absolutely.
concept, and the thing about it is people get spirituality tied up crazy with religion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
religion is a man-made thing. Spirituality is something that all living things feel, whether it's plants, animals. They all you can all living things can feel that.
And we
You
would
can talk to plants, and they can be vibrant to where you plants that are ignored might die off in your house.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Is yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
fact. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's so all living things can feel that energy, and that's what I tell people. And not trying to be comedic, but I say let somebody push you off a 20-story building. Whatever you calling to for you not to die when you hit that ground, that's God. Whatever you calling on, that's
Right.
God. whatever that is, you gripping and calling for to save you at the worst part of your existence is that's your God because you given that much power into whatever that is.
I
Right.
mean, a lot of these people, guys, is their mama, because they gonna be screaming for their mama
I
when
mean,
they
but
fall
no,
in there.
that's real though. But bro, that's
Yeah.
real. Is that most people who follow all man-made religions. I mean, the most strict ones, the ones that have nothing to do with the Abrahamic religions. Because you got to remember, when you're in a Western society, most people can't even think outside of the big three, the Abrahamic religions.
Right.
Judaism, Muslims, and Christianity. Most people can't even think outside of that to where you have many more other religions that doesn't even tie into those. But the Messiah entity is something that stems from the original man-made religion that stems out of Ethiopia.
Right.
And see, a lot of people don't know the history of these things. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They
That's
don't
true.
understand that the Christianity predates a lot of religions, but because white supremacy adopted it, they get to tell the story because the victor tells the story, and so they changed all of the stories to coincide to what they want to push off to the masses. So that's one big thing that has, and it's been a good thing, I would say, because it's what has made people, and people always have questioned it, to is this the right thing we should be following? Because look at what these people have done.
Right.
Right.
So that
Right.
opened up people's minds to start questioning things. But like Cole said, and those are the sheep of the world. You have, and some of them are our mothers, and some of the closest people to us, but they cannot get outside of Jesus, just like you
Right.
have the people, the Hebrew Israelites and things like that they say they're not Christian at all, but they still study from a Christian text.
Let me piggyback off of that. So I was rapping with my cuz Corey Cole, you was there.
Mhm.
The guy, this individual, he was saying how he's not religious, he don't believe in the Bible. And when I called him out, he was like, "Stop saying I'm religious. I'm not." He called himself spiritual. But at the same time, you got a spirituality that you claim is separate from the Bible and from all of religion, yet you're reaching in religion, grabbing characteristics from religion and putting them on your
Exactly.
God.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Right. You
saying?
can't do
Yep.
that.
That you can't say I'm void of this and I'm void of that because this, but at the same time,
Use that same text to
that
prove
shit
your
is
point.
inwoven into your belief system of
Exactly.
your spirituality that's supposed to be independent of everything else.
Exactly. 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 Because when you and a lot of people don't even they just like how that shit sounds. That I'm not, you know, I'm not religion. I'm spiritual. Nigga, everybody is spiritual. Everybody is spiritual. Whether you understand what it is, what you know what it is or not. Like people. That's the same thing that go back to what Cole said. Is that I can say in one sentence that I don't believe in any religion and don't follow behind that, but I'm spiritual though.
Right.
Mm.
You get what
Right.
I'm saying? Because those are people. Those are people who, yet again, they pretend that's pretend strength.
Right.
Right.
That's pretend strength. That's not being true all the way true. Because when you're all the way true, I can say clearly, "Fuck Jesus," and still feel like
Right.
that I'm not disrespecting the belief of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because if Jesus Christ is real, he will truly understand why I'm saying fuck him. That's my whole
Exactly.
point.
Yeah,
That's my
you
whole
got
point
good reason to say that. You
about
know?
that. You know, it's just like when people, like you said, Cole, people feel like they'll be bad people or be punished if they don't follow something. And it's like, well, why would you want to follow a God that would do that to you?
Right.
Mm.
He gonna play these mind games with
Yeah,
you.
fuck that. That's those.
You
See,
know what
all
I'm
of those are
saying?
human. All of those are human characteristics. See, people.
Right.
See, the thing about it is the reason why man created a deity, because on this earth, in this human existence we're living, we are at the top of the totem pole. So you cannot use your senses where you can see, hear, touch, feel, or smell anything that's more powerful than a human. So you have to
Right.
imagine it and assume shit and put a theory to it. That is how we're able to do that, because it is a hell of a responsibility to know that my life is up to me. And so people don't want to take on that accountability and that responsibility. So they latch on to something that ain't really there.
Right.
Right. Right.
Because
Yeah.
they
It's
don't
hard.
want to be
It's
able to
hard
look
for
in the
me.
mirror. Go ahead.
It's hard for me to give credit or continue to give credit to
Outside of
something from
yourself.
something, yeah, outside of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Because
taking
you
away from
are
myself.
God, nigga. Because you are God. Your woman is God. Your kids are God. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? We are all just trying to we you know how I kind of look at it is for the universe to understand what it is. The universe had to step into a human existence to try to explain that to itself, because there's nothing
Right.
else above that
Right.
to tell you. So you have to navigate. It's the same thing in the human life. You have to, people can sit there and tell you all kind of things, but until you experience it and navigate it through yourself, that's when you get it. I look at that as the universe the same way. It's nothing more powerful than the universe. So for the universe to understand what it is, it has to experience life.
Right.
Mm.
to get it, and that's why I say maybe by definition I am an atheist, because I don't believe in a deity, but I still pray to the universe. I still pray to the energy. I still pray to myself. You know,
Well, atheism says that it's the lack of believing as well, not just not believing, the lack of, any lack of.
exactly.
So
See, even the definition is fucking confusing.
right,
You get what I'm saying? Like, even the definition is opinionated. Everything about this is opinionated because it's belief, and the root word of belief or believe is lie.
Yeah, we
yeah,
lie. The giver of the lie, me give
Exactly.
the lie over to you.
Yep.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like what Bree said. The beautiful thing is we already know what the fuck up, but you don't know what the fuck up.
Right.
And that's what the human existence, this human experiment is.
right, right.
Can can
It's
can you imagine living in a world where it's peace and you know everything and everything is just hunky dory and
but that you can't have it, because the thing about it is you wouldn't know something was funny until you know shit that ain't funny. You wouldn't
Right,
understand what sad was unless you knew what happy was. You get what I'm saying?
right,
So you can't have quote unquote good without quote unquote bad, because you wouldn't be able to understand what it is.
right
right.
and I get into a disagreement. Well, not so much a disagreement, but I like I talk about how when Eve ate the apple and she didn't know nothing about death, but she ate the apple and all of a sudden you know what I'm saying, she feared death. But how do you fear something that you have no knowledge of in the first place?
Exactly. Exactly. And why the fuck would you want to follow a God that'll do that to you just because you ate something that was pretty and shiny?
Right.
Right. That's supposed to be good for you.
That is good for you.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's what I'm saying is it's all used. Excuse me for the coughing. I'm blowing this good gas.
Man, I'm going too. I got this swamp gas #2 over here. Got me choking my
Don't
damn.
worry, I'll be coughing in a minute, nigga.
Yeah, this motherfucking this goddamn sunset sherbet is beautiful.
Sunset Sherp. They got some of that up here at the place where we be going.
Yeah, hell yeah. But anyway, so it's you everybody got to always remember, and both of you know how I be saying it. I call it the God knowledge, and that was what I was saying is the God knowledge, and what I mean by that is once you as an individual understand that man made God didn't make man, that you are God, that you have the power to take life from this earth and bring life to this earth, and have the power as humans to destroy the earth.
Right.
What is more godly than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are God. We are
That's a
God.
good
You
point.
have the power to destroy your whole existence. You don't need something to fall out of the sky to do that for you.
Right. Right.
When,
We
when,
can literally go to war with each other and murder the whole planet.
Yep.
We can literally do that with the technology that's been here.
what do you say, Chuck, about somebody who run the Pascal's wager to you? Um, they'll run the whole it's better to believe because you got everything to gain.
Yeah, that's sucker shit.
So if you don't believe, it don't matter because you still lived a good life, prosperous. You made good relationships. You had a moral life. So you have nothing to gain if it's not true. But if it's true and you don't believe in the God of Abraham, then you have everything to lose. So
Yeah, yeah.
statistically, it's better to believe than not to believe.
Well, you can't say statistically because can't nobody tell you what getting killed feel like. So it ain't no statistics to show what happens after this shit. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So they lose their argument right then and there because you can't nobody
They
tell
feel
you.
like they feel like is if it is true. What if it
Exactly.
is true?
What if it is true and I wasn't
That's the whole
following
thing. But what
that?
if it is true?
Well, send me to hell then, buddy. Because if the shit I done on this earth sends me to be condemned for eternity, then what the shit they doing where you being condemned at is the type of shit I want to have a part of. If the shit, the little shit I done in my life will get me condemned because I haven't done anything that I've ever feel, and I'd have been out here. Both of y'all know that. Y'all two are my best friends. So y'all know the things that we've all been a part of. But I ain't never done any fucking thing that I would ever imagine that if whatever I believed in would condemn my soul to hell forever. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Are you serious?
Yeah. And
like,
you know what?
That's flabbergasting to me.
But
you know what I'm saying?
people are terrified. I found out that people are terrified of going to hell, and people are terrified to live with the presupposition that I'm never gonna see my loved
Nigga,
ones
did
again.
you just make up a word?
Nah, I think that's real.
I think it is too. I just had to throw
they had this preconceived idea
Yeah.
that, and they can't stand it. So it's better to psych yourself and to believe in you're going to see these people again, so that helps your mourning. It's a psych yourself out religion. Is
all religions though. See, that's the thing.
Yeah. All religions.
See, we got to be fair. We got to see us as Black Americans that have been able to break away from the mental chains of white supremacy. We just attack the Abrahamic religions. That's because we're not well versed in some of the other ones around the world.
Right.
But we got to be fair. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, but you know, everybody around me is Christian,
yeah. I mean, you're right.
You know
I just wanted to throw that out because we.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. Because
I don't get the concept of how people is so afraid to go somewhere that you don't know exists. I don't get that.
Nigga, the same reason why people be scared to move, to go to this side of town. People feel what they don't understand, and they hate what they can't conquer.
Yeah, I mean, I can get with the standpoint of one like moving out of state is what you mean.
Now you might be different because you are an individual. You get what I mean? You understand that you are accountable for your life and your existence. You understand that. Like Bree taught me years ago when I first started to break the chains before he was starting to break them, but he taught me a person's perception is their reality, my nigga.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So in their reality, that shit is real. That's why it's so hard to break it, just like how hard it was for us to break it, even though we've had the God knowledge from the beginning. Everybody doesn't have that. Right. Everybody, you wouldn't be able to. That's what I said about the universe living this human existence, because you wouldn't be able to understand that you broke free of the mental, spiritual chains unless you knew that it was chains there.
Right.
So
I could definitely say it's always
you wouldn't be able to break
question.
it. Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to break it if you didn't see other people that can't.
Right.
So you got to appreciate the sheep.
Right.
Because you wouldn't know that you was a wolf without it. You wouldn't know you was a wolf without it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Another thing, people use the religion, the Christianity. They use that as their form of justice. You know,
facts.
I get if I believe in this, so goes. I also believe in God gonna give me justice. It's a movie, The Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
in prison. He didn't have nobody on the side. He didn't have nobody on the side. He ain't had nobody coming for him or nothing. And he kept on writing on the wall, God will give me justice. God will give me justice. That's how folks look at the religion. You know what I'm saying? Somebody do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, you ain't about to go blow the nigga down yourself, but you pray and then a
That
lot of
God is
people.
going to hurt that.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm
You
Right.
saying?
see,
God
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get him.
and how fucking psychotic is that way of thinking?
God gonna get hit. God gonna get
You
him.
hear
God
people say
gonna
it all the
get
time.
That's
So you
how it
saying
go.
you saying you don't know who that person's character is just because they done something to you or somebody you love. You don't know who they are in the inside, but you expect, well, okay, because I feel this way. Out of all the billions of fucking people, excuse me, that I feel this way, so God is going to go hurt that person to make me feel better. It's just like a fucking child.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he
Right.
stole my ball. He should be in detention. Now get the fuck out of here.
Oh no,
You know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying?
Here go one. Somebody beat you for $400. 20 years later, you see that motherfucker, and he in the hospital, and he had a massive
Oh
stroke.
yeah,
What's
yeah,
20
yeah,
years later? See
yeah.
God,
That's
see
God don't
God.
like ugly. God don't like ugly.
God don't come when you want him to, but the motherfucker right on time. That nigga in the hospital fucked up. That
And now
ain't
and
nothing
you
but
tell
God, or
and you
they
tell a
gonna call it karma.
motherfucking and you tell a motherfucking 3-year-old kid that's out here starving on the streets by themselves, because this happens. The world ain't just America. This shit happens in the world. So you tell that kid that God always on time.
Right,
Right.
right, exactly.
Motherfuckers be like,
Sometimes
oh
God
man, I
delay.
got this job. Oh, go, God, right on. Are you serious? You serious? You thinking God for giving you a job that's just gonna keep you poor?
Right.
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 And oh, here
Yeah,
go one.
Cole,
Here go one,
Cole,
Chuck.
you breaking you got static in your voice or something.
Here, here you go, Chuck. Am I still staticking?
No, Cole did.
Oh, here you go, Chuck. Here
Static and
go
bad.
one. Oh yeah, you staticking. Um, damn, got my thought.
That's that motherfucking sherbet, nigga.
Yeah, shit. I'm on a gelato right now.
Yeah. Gelato's a good strand. I ain't gonna lie, man. That especially that
Man, it's one of my favorites.
what's that black cherry? That's that thing.
Oh yeah,
You
we
know?
was on that. Yeah,
But
but no, I remember what I was gonna say.
okay.
So you had talked about God blessed you with a new job, and it's like, do motherfuckers really be in church giving their testimonies about their new Cadillac, even though they got one or two in the garage already? They new house, even though the one they left wasn't half bad. Do they really think God be blessing motherfuckers with shit when you got 25,000 babies from the ages from 1 to 5 die every fucking day?
Day. Every day. And it's like
How
it's all
how is
material shit.
God how is God blessing anybody when he got to deal with 25 babies dying on his fucking watch?
And see, and that's the thing is that it's because it takes a hell of a understanding and accountability to be able to look at this God thing outside of a superhuman, because that is what all religion counts it as, is that just like my number one thing that I hate that Abrahamic religion, especially Christians and Muslims say, is that the only man I fear is God. Like, what? Are you even hearing what the words that's coming out of your mouth? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Do you
right,
even hear what you're saying? You're sitting
right.
here telling me that God is fucking Professor X in the clouds.
Passing out blessings and punishments.
Yeah, some Superman. God is the only man I fear. So you trying to tell me the only thing that you fear is something that you don't even know.
Mm. And,
But
and by
you know that this nigga finna come blow your head off across the
but by
street.
but by their own admission, Chuck, they're very, 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 very flawed individuals. So if you're so flawed, how the fuck can you recognize something all knowing?
Hey, y'all chop it up real quick. That's beautiful. You just said that. I'm about to quick piss break.
For sure, do your thing. You
Am
straight,
I
Codeine?
still? Am I still like
Oh, you
that?
good now, baby? You good?
Okay. It was my
But you feel me though?
I had to switch
I
head.
think we
Yeah, I
had
feel
rapped
you.
about that. If we're so like they say we're nothing, we're a speck of dust in his eye or some I don't know, so we're a speck of dust or something. We ain't
Right.
shit. If we so fucking pathetic, because that's what I get when I hear humans being described. We ain't shit. We're just so fragile and we don't know shit. If we don't know shit, how the fuck can we recognize an all-knowing being?
Right. We can't. And
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
we can't. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, my biggest problem with the whole thing is the beating up and the bashing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can respect somebody else's belief and you know what I'm saying, understand it and everything, or at least try to. Like when you get to talking to other people about your non-belief or your lack of, you become this like you a Satanist or something.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I done had 3-4 individuals tell me, "Oh, you must be worshiping the devil." Like what? The
Like
ignorance is so rampant, it's ridiculous among motherfuckers who think they know something and really don't know. You know what I'm saying?
right,
All right,
I mean,
I'm back. I'm
I
back.
didn't even know what atheism meant. I had to look the shit up myself.
But you
right.
got to remember this though, okay? And this go deep, man. Somebody had to claim that's the definition of the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
A man had to claim that. You get what
right,
I'm saying? So it's like, Dad, don't put no title on yourself because when you do that, you you're still putting chains on yourself.
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You still putting a psychological chain on your spirituality because you're letting your logic say that you're not atheist, but to say that you atheist, but in order to say you atheist, you have to feel shit to determine that this ain't God, which is in turn the
Well,
universe.
I'm not saying it's not God. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not convinced it is. It's different than me saying I'm convinced it's not.
But newfound atheism.
Yeah, I'm saying it. I
That's why I
mean,
say don't put no terms on yourself when it comes to this,
no, I see what
because
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah, because it's like you're keeping chains on you to stop you from growing.
But the thing is, I don't think it's that because
Because you're going to grow higher in your spirituality than you are today.
well, the
You
only
might
way
not see you can go higher, but it is another level,
if
and
I
it's a level after that.
if I go down that path, I don't
No,
necessarily have to go
but it
down
ain't
that
not.
path.
It's you are going down the path.
I'm going down a path. I don't know which one it is though.
Well, you got the God knowledge, so that's the path you're going down, whether you try to stop it or not.
In your opinion, yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, that's all, well, we all talking opinion, but
yeah.
what I mean by that is, like you said, a path, but you have the God knowledge. You know that you are truly accountable for your existence. So that path is a path that you're basically living free on. You're walking free on it. You're not on that path trying to get to something, because when you're on a path trying to get to something, you can't see beyond the path. What if you need to get off that motherfucker?
Yeah.
And that's where the change come in at. That's why I say when it comes to spirituality, when you really want to be spiritually free, you can't put no term on yourself because just in your own subconscious mind that stops something. That
Nah,
automatic.
I
Yeah,
understand what you're saying, but the thing is, the way I look at shit and the way I've been perceiving shit, especially now, the only thing that's gonna change my mind, regardless if I claim the label of atheism or not,
yeah.
is um is evidence towards another belief.
But I don't think atheism is a belief.
Well, well,
You get what I'm saying? I,
yeah,
I
you
look
know,
at
it's
atheism
not.
like a
It's a lack.
verb, like
It,
it's an action.
it's a lack. It's actually a lack of belief. But what I'm saying, the reason why I'm here is because I had no reason to believe anything else to be absolutely true,
And I agree with you. I'm the same way.
and I
That's
won't. But I don't say for instance. I say for instance, I didn't adopt the atheism label.
mhm.
I still would feel like the only way I'm budging if I if I see evidence to push me towards a certain direction. Until then, I'm suspending my beliefs on
Well,
anything.
and that's what you should do because I feel where you at. It's not about something that's going to get changed. When it's about being mastering where you at. That's what I mean by it's another level. Once you break those spiritual and mental chains, that don't mean that you have to change the way you think or believe. You just need to master in
And
your soul. You get what I mean?
that's what I'm feeling like I'm doing.
Yeah, I think that
That's
is what
why
you're doing. I agree with you.
that's why when I said it to you, Cole, I said this is a celebration.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a
facts,
celebration.
facts,
Yeah, letting all that go.
facts.
It's hard to break from that when you already come from that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Oh,
because
and especially in the black household,
Right.
man.
It's hard to break from
Nigga,
that.
I got family members that, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming out strong, you know what I'm saying, about 10 years ago, and coming strong with, uh I hate to, because they done downplayed it, but waking up, not just believing in any system, you know what I'm saying? Getting to where the point I am now, I was going so hard against what I was tricked to do that. I got family members that don't even really, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with me, but they like, hey, and it's like nigga, is you for real, nigga? You know what
it's
I'm
be,
saying? Because it's like,
it's because of the Christian God.
yeah, or Muslims. I mean, just religion. Period. People who follow it
Yeah. I got you.
is they can't, like, I don't care what you believe in and how strong you believe in it. You are flawed
Period.
if you don't respect that I don't. Like, how can you truly believe in something and understand the human experience and expect for everybody to feel the same way you do?
You
That's just
do.
fucking
Right.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
When everybody got a different experience, like a
Experience in
fingerprint.
this exactly,
Right.
dog.
Right.
Exactly. And you got motherfuckers that grow up in the same house, nigga. That paths totally different, live totally
Right.
different, think
Yeah,
totally
want to
different.
be
Like,
a
you know what I'm
pastor and
saying?
want to be a goddamn Hitler.
Right.
Exactly. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's
It's
like
all on
that's
how
what's
you
crazy to
perceive it.
me. That's what's crazy to me. It's like don't you know what I'm saying? Don't get fucking mad at me because I'm a Falcons fan and you a motherfucking Tampa Bay fan. That's
Right.
retarded.
Right.
Okay, just rep your side, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be like, fuck my side because this my side.
Man,
And
dog,
then expect for it to be respected. You get what I'm saying?
my nigga Chuck, I've been going through this type of thing, Brino, since I was like 16. You know what I'm saying? When I was about 16, 17, I remember maybe I was a little older. Maybe I was like 18, 19. But anyway, my family, one of my family members sent some of my other family members to jump on me because I said that I believe this ain't even atheist. Like I was just saying that I believe that the stories in the Bible were short, you know what I'm saying, parables and shit to give you a better meaning or something. And just me saying that, my family
Which
was
is the
ready to,
truth. Which
you know
is
what
the
I'm
fucking
saying?
absolute truth. It tells you it's allegory.
Right. But my family was ready to jump down my throat for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's how strong it was in my
yeah,
household.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
ridiculous. Yeah, oh yeah. Then that's fucking ridiculous because it's like even if I am wrong, because it ain't no wrong or right to this thing. You know, the
Right.
people who believe in religion ain't gonna suffer no more soul consequences than us.
Right. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
it don't really matter what the fuck you believe in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not 2 + 2 is 4. It's how many gumballs in this gumball machine.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
There you go. There
Right.
you go, nigga. There you go. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's. But if I'm able to be like fuck something that was used that was, and I'm gonna just say religion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been in different religions, but that was used to strip you from your ancestral knowledge and forced upon you and tricked for you to believe in something that's not there for you and forgive these group of people that are slaughtering you. That's
Right.
Man,
my motherfucking thing, dog. That's
man,
Right.
my thing. I
right.
see if people fought for this shit
The
knowing,
passivity.
yeah, like
Is
if
that
they
a
fought
word?
for it
Is
knowing,
that a word?
you know, if people would have fought for it knowing that, okay, Christianity, Judaism, Muslim, Islam, or Muslim is all righteous. You know what I'm saying? But in the reality, people who have fought for those religious systems beginning have slaughtered fucking hundreds and thousands of fucking people, man.
Right. Right.
You get what I'm saying? In
But
order
they
to
gonna call
push
that a
that
victory
religion.
though. They gonna call that a
Exactly.
victory.
See, that's what I'm saying. So who is the real savage, motherfucker?
Right.
Mm,
Who's the real evil one? That you mean that people deserve to die because they don't believe in what you believe in?
Right.
What God is that? What
That's
righteousness is that? Like
that's no
it's
God at all.
that's what my thing is. That is the thing to me that debunks religion. Is
well,
that right there?
well, then it brings the whole morality split 2 ways. Is it right and wrong because God says it's right or wrong, or does God say it because it's right or wrong?
Well,
You understand what I'm trying to say?
how I would answer that is God ain't never told nobody shit. So that's up
You
for you to figure
absolutely
it out.
right. You
God ain't
absolutely
never told
right.
nobody shit. You can say that's God talking to you, motherfucker.
well,
That's
well
you talking to you. You know
let me
what I'm
ask,
saying?
let me ask you. Let me ask you, Cole,
Uh,
Chuck. Uh, what do you say to the person who believes the Bible is literal? Like
I
the
pray for your soul.
shit, I was just about to say, I say absolutely nothing. I say okay. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing you can tell them people that believe that shit. Literally,
But
if you
they the best ones to make look stupid though.
they is, but I hate to do that sometimes, man.
Yeah, I didn't retire past any of it, even putting that energy into it. You know, but I used to fucking because you can. The thing about it, and this was the biggest thing when I debate with motherfuckers is if I'm saying I don't believe in that text, right?
Hmm.
right,
But the only thing you can go to prove your point is that text that I don't believe in.
Right.
But you can't go to no other text that shows that this is the
that
truth.
corroborates it and
That
substantiates it.
it substantiates that this is the absolute truth. You can't. You keep going back. Well, the scriptures say this. The scriptures say that. But I'm telling you, I don't believe in what the scriptures say. So you have to show me something else that corroborates and substantiates that what that scripture is saying is the truth.
Right. It's a circular argument.
Right.
Like if I want to prove Harry Potter is real, I can't play a bunch of Harry Potter movies,
Right. Right.
right? Spider
Exactly,
Man
bro.
real. I can't go and grab a comic of Spider Man.
Exactly. You got to show me an
I got
Instagram video of this nigga climbing up the wall. You know
I
what I'm
got
saying?
I
Right.
I got to cross reference this shit with other credible sources.
Right.
It is just like think of
Period.
this with medical experiment. Okay, the first time a motherfucker worked on the brain. Well, it took thousands of people to work on thousands of brains to come up with the knowledge of this is how you supposed to operate on the brain. So, but it took multiples to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's I just when you got the people, the best argument when it comes to religions is people who don't look at any of it like it's fact, that they use it just like what it should be as allegory, you know, stories to. And the thing about all religions is some of the shit happened. Some of it is historical text with fables wrapped in it. You get what I'm saying? Because you can go over there and you can see some of the remnants of the shit that's in the Bible. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's just archaeological, historical things. But when you wrap the fables around it and intertwine facts with fiction, and then murder motherfuckers for hundreds of years for not following that, you can understand why people follow it so strongly now. Because it's either religion tell you either get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's strong arm. Religion is strong arm robbery. The Christians will tell you get down or lay down, motherfucker. If you ain't fucking with us, then we really ain't fucking with you.
Right.
Yeah. If you ain't with us, you against us.
I mean, because you think about how's it black church and white church. I grew up down south. That shit is a fact. Now you got some that intertwine and all of that old type of shit, but that is real, my nigga. I remember living in Mississippi, and I used to went to church with one of my white homies when we was kids, and I was the only black person there, and I could tell it was. As a kid, I could tell it was. Didn't nobody say nothing to me in there because it's church. Excuse me.
Right.
And it's the 90s, but I could tell that some people was extra glad and some people wasn't. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like it's even separation inside of the separation. You get what I'm saying? That's what's crazy to me. Is that if everybody's supposed to believe the same thing, then everybody will believe the same thing. Just like you got to breathe air. It ain't a human on the planet that's gonna argue that. Because you have to. So that means that it's made for all humans to believe in that. Because there's no other way around it. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna let y'all, chop it up because I get to going.
Oh nah,
Nigga,
man.
keep on going, niggas. I'm
Keep
just,
on going.
hey, I'm getting informed and getting information. I'm over here with my pen and pad over here.
Okay, shit. Okay, shit.
But
You
that's
know,
that's 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 what a lot of people don't do. They don't critique their own shit.
you
You
got
know
to
what I'm
check
saying?
yourself. You
You
got
you
to check
you
yourself, man.
you can't you always gotta put your beliefs through the ringer, especially religious beliefs, right? It's like, and like I was saying, um and people always talk shit about science, but every time science is wrong, there's always science that points out that science was fucking wrong.
Right.
And religion has never falsified science, but
Exactly. Ain't never
science
checked itself.
science always
Yep.
falsifying religion.
Yeah, but then religion doesn't grow. So what the religion is, that's what the religion is. It doesn't grow, even though the human experience grows.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? People feel different than they felt 5,000 years ago because of the things of the human existence that we're dealing with now. It could be, cars, work, taxes, goddamn everybody got guns. I mean, these are things that people, they had different things that clouded their psyche.
Right.
But once religion is that religion, well, that's just what it is. And it's like, no, the human existence grows, so your belief system should grow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
yeah,
expect to grow and your belief system don't
That's
grow?
what I'm
Even if
saying.
you believing in Christianity, that Christianity should grow. You know what
And
I mean?
this is why I say the Bible is outdated.
Facts, nigga.
right.
Yeah,
Be,
the
be,
infrastructure is fucking
it's
falling apart.
outdated. It's
Yeah,
outdated.
yeah.
It's out fucking dated. Because like you said, your belief system, your religious belief system is supposed to grow with the times of what you're going through. So if
Right,
you're being oppressed in society and your religious belief system doesn't give you a solution for that, instead your solution is to just pray about it and trust in God and take no action,
right.
right?
Turn the
Because
other cheek.
you're not supposed to get violent, right? It's just ridiculous.
That's just a recipe for enslaving people. That's all
Yeah,
the Bible
but
was.
Jesus talk violence though,
Right,
right? What's the verse? Turn in your garments and get a sword, right? That same sword, Simon cut a motherfucking ear off. It was the same
right.
sword that Jesus said go and motherfucking get. What, Jesus didn't know that he was gonna cut this motherfucking ear off? Please, you see what I'm saying?
Or it is, my nigga. Or it is. This my thing, especially that's why I said, Cole, when I said when I used to debate this shit all the time, when I
Mhm,
was still at a little lower level, you know,
mhm.
I used to hear the motherfuckers, especially the ones that believe that the Bible was reality. So you trying to tell me a motherfucker can see a nigga walk on water and they gonna fuck him over and go against him, or even for the Roman the king, them to try to fight this nigga.
Right,
This nigga will drop you down, boop, and wake your ass right back up if it was all real.
right,
Literally, motherfuckers believing that Jesus literally turned one fish into many fish instead of teaching you how to fish.
right, right,
That's the allegory story behind it. You get what I'm saying? That's the meaning behind it. But you trying to tell me you people see a motherfucker walk on water and have the audacity to okay, you stupid ass nigga, you want to beef with that nigga? We not finna join you. That boy just
right, right. This nigga on the water.
in fact we finna
Right.
your ass before he find out that we fuck with you.
Right.
Cause this nigga just walked on water, boy.
Yeah, because I always wonder, like, if you see a motherfucker dead and this nigga raised this nigga from the dead and he
Like
doing
what?
all this shit, right? It's like, how the fuck?
Who finna beef with you gonna always have fuck niggas. So you were gonna have somebody who try them.
Right,
But you finna have niggas who can actually pull it off. And then you ask with Jesus, you gonna let these niggas do this to you? Knowing how important you supposed to be to the people?
right, right,
You get what I'm saying? Like it's just that's what I'm meaning about how the because the whole story of the Messiah is a beautiful story, whatever religion it is, because it happens in our lives all the time, just on small levels.
right,
Naturalistic levels.
right,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You might be, you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking, it could be something as simple as you live where it's a bullshit HOA and your fucking lawnmower that broke and you fucking ain't got no money and the nigga next door be like, man, I got an extra one, you can have that one. And he don't know where he done lifted off your shoulders though.
right, right,
So the hero thing happens all the time on such small levels. But I tell people that's why I know I got to a high level because the whole story, Jesus could actually be real. But that don't mean he was the Messiah.
Right.
That could have been like a Tupac Nipsey Hussle type of
Yeah.
character.
right.
Or
Yeah.
you give just in that
Yeah.
time, that was
Yeah,
like the trillest nigga that people wrote about.
right,
Right.
You get during that time. You get what
Yeah.
I'm
No,
saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So but people can't look outside of that shit. They can't because even though does it even make sense that okay, I'm God. I created all of this shit, gave you the power to not do what I so-called told you to do, but I'm gonna send myself, say he my son, and to the poorest part on the motherfucking world, where it ain't that many millions, because it was way more populated places than the Middle East at that time.
Right, right,
So he could die to so people can be saved for their sins that I created for them to even do.
right, right,
Like
right.
how? What kind of sense did that even fucking make? Dog, why would you want to follow a God that would do that? Like nigga, you created the sin.
And not
So
because I used the sin, I'm condemned forever
yeah,
because I
like you gave
used.
me the choice. Like if you
Right,
believing in that, that be the thing of how people fall away from this God character so much. Like, cause I just fuck with the universe because I know something is real. I feel something inside of me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But that ain't no God that's sitting up in the
And it-
heavens and all of that old shit,
right.
boy. You know what I'm saying? When your ass die, I believe, especially I use it as a joke, but like when people say they see the white light when they dying or whatever, that's because that's the tunnel of another vagina that your ass coming through.
So you believe in the reincarnation thing?
Yeah, without a, because it's the human experience. Just because this physical body dead, that don't mean that what your existence is dead. Your existence just goes into another physical body, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just like
know
when your car break down and you can't fix it, well, you go get another one. It might take you a little while, but you go get another one.
a lot of people look at it like you know, our body's made of energy, and we all know
Yeah,
that energy,
never
um,
never die.
it
Yep,
always flows and never ceases to exist.
yep.
So philosophically, you could look at it like, you'll come back. You know what I'm saying? Energy block. You know what I'm saying? And because that's how I was looking at it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Because let me ask you this, and I don't mean to get but I'm gonna just be straight up with it. What about all the aborted babies? Millions and
Yeah,
millions and millions and millions
Yeah.
yeah.
every year.
That
Where
never
that
got a shot.
that didn't even do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do the religious folks say about that shit anyway?
Well,
What they say about
God saves babies and fools or whatever.
that?
But I think it was up to how I was taught, like up to age 12 or some shit like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, something I could be wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
probably
could justify babies dying if they gonna be with God, right? Oh,
because that's the thing.
they
They
gonna be
they
with God.
all
They
go
straight.
with God. Yeah, they all go with God. Exactly. You know.
Man, one way or
But when you
another,
get to
that's
talking about
murder.
5 billion fucking people that's already on the earth, so you trying to tell me God got all of these motherfuckers in one place in the heavens? Like what? Like just do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
Who taking care of the unborn
okay,
baby?
okay, exactly. So this what I'm saying. You a baby, you die, you go to the heaven. Okay, who the fuck take care? You a baby though.
Right.
So your soul a baby. So like how
God give you about 10 years.
do you get what I mean? Do you get so do you stay a baby in heaven?
They get fed by the angels.
I mean, but even if they do, that's what I'm saying, even if they do, do you get what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
baby.
Right.
So you stay a baby for eternity?
Maybe they grow up until they 33.
And see, that's the thing. Nobody can tell you.
Right. Don't nobody
That's the
know
thing.
that.
No,
And
here go one, Chuck. Not to cut you off.
you good.
I go to heaven. I'm in heaven. I did everything right. Believed in Jesus. All that good stuff. I'm in heaven. My daughter, my son, my wife, and my mom didn't make it. They in hell. How the fuck am I supposed to move forward in this blissful harmony of a place and be all into the harps and all into the singing and all the praise? And how can I be happy knowing that my loved ones, whom I probably would trade places with, right? To know that they're in hell, burning, hanging from their tongues, all just real fucked up, boily skin. Just
Well,
how
I
how
got a good
how
answer
is you
to that.
supposed to be? How is you supposed to be okay with that
Well,
scenario?
I'm not gonna say a good answer, but okay, a medium that's well respected. You know, Clyde visit this lady that's a medium or whatever, and if you believing in the heavens and what she says, and if you believe in the heavens, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, ain't no such thing as hell. Okay,
Right.
but in the heavens, everybody is there. So your human experience can be there. So like, say somebody that's like one of us, we close. So we can still see each other, and you still see your other people too. You get what I mean? But
So what they got? I don't.
but
No,
you
I
don't
don't
get
get it.
there. What I'm saying is, that's why I'm high. But I'm gonna finish explaining. You don't get there until you finish your human existence. So just because you there, you might have finished it after this lifetime. It might take your mama 4, 5 more lifetime to finish her human existence. So
Okay.
everybody is coming. They just and then you lose the aspect of worry because she's saying you know that.
Okay. Yeah,
You
that's
get what I'm
how to be
saying?
like. That's how to be like going to the doctor, waiting
That's
in the
the only way
lobby,
to
and
make
then
sense.
going to the doctor's office room, and then waiting on the doctor another 50 fucking minutes. Like all that. It's just go. It,
Like
everything's
if
so far fetched, man. Like it's so hard to.
and my thing is look at the crazy shit that happens every fucking day on earth. How is it far fetched to believe in any whatever you believe in could be the truth?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Look at this shit. You can't write life, nigga. You can't write life, boy. Shit go down. Shit out there for whether it's good or evil.
Right.
It's so much shit that goes on that's unexplainable. Can't see you. You know, one nigga gets shot in the head the same way. The next person gets shot in the head the same way. Same distance, same caliber, and that motherfucker don't have no problem.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then the next one gone and dead. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's
Not to
it's
get
it's
off subject. No, y'all see this this dude that married his goddaughter going around,
yeah. I see some shit.
What's that? What's that about?
Look, he's supposed to be 61 and she 18.
Mm.
and this was his goddaughter. They got pictures of him holding her
Yeah.
when she was a baby and everything, and he married her on her when she turned 18. She
That's in
married. He
America.
married.
That's in America or like Africa
No, that's
or the
here.
No,
Caribbean.
it's America.
It's America.
But
Yeah,
she 18.
she 18, so it's
Listen, listen.
legal.
Let's say this. I'm gonna just say this. Okay. I'm not gonna I'm gonna just say this. The law, the same law that attacks and condemns the all black people is the same law that says that you got to be 18 for somebody who over 18 to fuck you. And this ain't no pedophile shit, cause shit nobody fuck with no kids.
Right,
Okay? And I want to make that crystal clear. String your
right,
ass up from everything else.
Right.
But if a girl out here fucking, that's her vagina, dog.
Yeah.
If she choose to give it to that 50, 60-year-old man, that's her pussy.
I get that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's what I
questioning
mean. But
her.
how we'd have been taught of law though, because in natural law, shit like that been happening since the beginning of time.
Yeah, you absolutely right. I mean,
Because a man
our
could get a woman
grandparents.
pregnant on his deathbed. He could be 99 years old.
I
So just
can't.
naturally,
I can't. I'm questioning his shit.
yeah,
I
that
can't.
psychologically you can do
Yeah,
all of that.
like
But naturally, is it really something wrong with it? Naturally. Take away
naturally.
take away society and emotions just naturally.
Morals,
because a
take moral,
15 a
take morals
15
out
year
of it too. Take
yeah,
morals
take
out of it
morals and
too.
all that out, because a 15-year-old dog will fuck a 6-month dog in a minute.
Yeah, but I ain't no damn dog. You
No,
know what
that's
I'm
true.
saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just speaking naturally. Naturally.
I'm not. If I'm willing to. I'm convinced that he would have did this to his own.
No, he
You know what
might
I'm
have.
saying?
He's probably a sicko. You 60 years old, and that's your granddaughter. If you just like a little young thing, not her, my nigga. Like,
Right, not her. You know what I'm
yeah, you,
saying?
you you get what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying
But
is,
how do you get that attraction to somebody that you feel this way about, like a daughter? How do
well,
you?
you don't know that he feel that way about him like a daughter.
So you must have been feeling this way while you
No, he might,
before.
and I'm not defending other people. I'm just playing devil's advocate. So I want the listeners to know
Right.
that,
I already know. I
because
know
I
what you're
think the
doing.
nigga's sick. I think the
I
Man,
know
nigga's
hey,
what
sick.
you're doing.
You know,
I know what you're doing.
man,
But I
that boy
can't.
leader character, he a motherfucker, ain't he?
Yeah,
okay, shit.
no,
So
yeah, let's get that straight. My nigga ain't like that.
no, hell no. But I'm just playing devil's advocate to get people to think outside the box. Maybe he didn't start looking at her like that until she started developing, because she's an attractive young lady.
Yeah, she is. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah. So maybe once she developed and that animalistic man kicked in, and maybe he was just like, well, she down with it, so I'm down with it.
I got, you know what I'm saying, kids that I feel a certain way about. Well, they not kids no more. They grown now. You know what I'm saying? But I done been around and been in their life since, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
for
saying,
sure,
they was
for
8,
sure.
9, 10.
Yeah.
And and I think they beautiful girls. But I don't think they beautiful girls like that to where I wanna,
Well, that's just because that's just you don't
you know
look
what
at
I'm
them.
saying?
Yeah,
You just
cause you got your,
yeah.
you got
That's your moral character.
your moral
So
standing.
It
his
go
moral,
beyond morals. You know what I'm saying? I'm my mind don't.
but that's moral though, because if you had different morals, your mind would allow you to look at them like that. You get what I mean? That's you controlling your mind. That's what morals is. Because everybody got animalistic tendencies. You
I
get what
get
I'm
it.
saying? So your morals is that's what make the human being so great, is that you can
Keep
turn that off.
that's what keep the tendencies at bay.
At bay is your moral character. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, I guess I just can't see that because,
Because you're not them.
right, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I just
Right.
can't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not your
You
that's not your
you can't
experience.
be empathetic because you are completely yo. It's just you're just not able to empathize with that. You're just not. You're just
Yeah,
Now
not
let's
able
I
now
to.
don't
let's
see
now
it.
now let's say this. Let's put in the spin another spin on it. Because we all from out here in America, and then whether you from the hood or not, but especially from the hood, what if little Shawty been bussing down? I mean, she got 40, 50 motherfuckers under her belt.
I ain't busting her down though.
Oh, I mean, no, not you. What I'm saying is, if you ain't legally doing nothing wrong, is and maybe what I'm saying is maybe they don't look at each other like I would look at it, like you
Right.
two would look at it. That's my whole point. But are they doing? Is he wrong? Is he really wrong because you wouldn't do it?
Yeah, that nigga wrong as hell.
But see,
That nigga
that's my whole point. Is that's what I mean about, is he really wrong? Because wrong is raping somebody.
wrong is also taking advantage of a situation
Okay,
too,
but you
man.
can't take advantage of a woman's vagina, nigga. That's her pussy. She know what she's doing. So she could drive a car, she could go to work, but she can't control her sexual.
I beg to
Goddamn.
differ that she do know what she doing. I beg
Well,
to
see,
differ.
well, I don't.
No, no,
Why?
no, no.
What do you
Okay,
mean?
okay.
That's
No,
her
no,
vagina, dog. Is
no,
she?
no.
How can she not
You're asking the
know?
wrong question. Wrong to who?
Okay,
To what authority? To whose authority? That's the question.
what you mean?
Like he's saying, like, who
To
is it
whose
wrong to?
authority
You
is
know
it
what I'm
right or
saying? Who
wrong?
says that this is right
They
and who
authority
says
the
that
only
this is
ones
wrong?
that matter.
I know. I'm talking about personally.
Okay, so my thing, what I'm saying is people can't. That's what I mean about code. Is you got to step outside of your existence. The only way you can wrap your mind around it is he must be manipulating this 18-year-old girl. What if
Right.
it's
That's
the other
all
way
I got.
around? What if it's the other way around and he a fucking sucker? And this little pretty little young thing, he ain't had no feeling from any woman. He might feel like, man, this might be wrong, but look how she making me feel.
I don't know, man. I
See,
got
that's what. See, you got to
No,
see.
it's not. No, it's is it possible? That's what you
Hell
asked.
yeah, it's possible.
yeah, it's
Hell yeah, it's
possible. Yeah, it's
possible. Shit,
possible.
Okay,
like a
so
It's
if
motherfucker.
it's
possible.
possible,
Like, so if she was selling
so
pussy,
it's possible.
let me give you a something to sit on this. So if she was selling pussy, which we all know girls at 18, 19 that sell pussy, and he was a trick, would we be having the same conversation? Because that happens all the time.
No, we wouldn't be having the same conversation.
Okay,
It's so you're right. It is moral because I feel like that's supposed to be like your child. Like if Brent if Bree if
but
Bree
all
has had
godparents say like that. I got a godfather and mother. I don't even remember who they are because of the shit I went through in my life. I don't even remember who they are, but I have one.
right, I I can't get with that, dog. Like
No,
I
it's not about
understand,
getting with it. You just gotta be able to start
No,
looking at things
no,
differently.
no, you could feel like that's
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, that's what I mean. You don't
You
have
know
to
what I'm
get with it.
saying?
You can feel like it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Well,
motherfucker.
let me ask you this, Cole. Should he go to jail?
should he go to jail?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just think the marriage shouldn't have been
Okay,
allowed, and
well,
it should have been
Allowed by
investigated.
who? She 18 years old and consented to it.
I get it, I get it, but
It
I
ain't no
just feel
moral
like
police, my nigga. If it was a moral police, it wouldn't
right.
be white
I got
supremacy.
you. I get it, but I'm just talking about the way I feel personally. I ain't saying you know what I'm saying that this the way it should be, and this is right or what's wrong. But I can't fathom me feeling sexually about.
right.
I don't care.
No,
I
I
mean
feel
it's
you. That's why I feel
That
you
that
on that.
that that that's because you got strong moral grounding, and it shows that you was raised right. You feel me? That's all that
Well,
is.
well,
You know
well.
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with it is what if those two are really in love with each other and happy?
they may very well may be.
Are they really?
And
Are
and,
they
and I
really
would say
doing
I would
something wrong or affecting our lives in any kind of
right.
way?
No,
They
I
not
say shit. Good for them. Shit. That's
That's
fine.
what I'm saying is we can't always, especially as black people, when we see something that we was taught was wrong in this society, automatically just look for the negative in it. And I'm not defending any of this shit. I'm just saying we got to think differently. We got to start opening our mind because you can't open your mind up to one subject and not all of them.
I get it. I get it. That's just
Because what if
more.
they really happy? What if they are really happy? You know how
Uh,
many people? I mean, are we really happy? So you know how many millions and billions of people who not? What if they are really happy? Yeah. What society say is yeah, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you, Cole, just like my sis, first lady, she's a white woman. Nigga, society used to kill motherfuckers for that too.
yeah,
It felt that it was the worst thing that you could do.
I
And
ain't
look, and
saying
you
it's the
happy.
worst, but
You
I'm
get what
not.
I'm saying?
It's not. You're right from a moral
That ain't your
standpoint.
cup of tea. That ain't your cup of
Yeah,
tea.
that's all that
Mm,
is. That's
Yeah.
yeah. From a moral standing.
now, if I would feel totally different.
But I don't think they bad people. I don't think he a bad man for
I
that.
think I think I would feel totally different if that wasn't his godchild. Somebody that you
Well,
supposed to
yeah,
come up and
that's the
help
kicker.
raise.
That's the
That's the
kicker.
one
Yeah.
that's the part that stumps me.
But the
That's
thing
what makes
about it, we don't know how deep that goes. All that's just the title
that's
of
that,
the article.
but that's the one thing that makes it a little cringeworthy, right?
Right.
That's
That's
Yep.
what
that.
it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
wouldn't
what it
care if
is
he's
and shit.
Yeah.
66
That's
and she
all. You know,
18.
Yeah.
I
For
wouldn't
sure.
care.
the
I hear you. I hear
optics
you.
of it look suspect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying?
like a
But
nigga who divorce the lady and then end up marrying the stepdaughter that he
Right,
loves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
And then you,
but we don't know the background.
Right.
You
That's
know
why I
what I mean?
said the possibilities. You just go and I guess make a determination. I'm gonna say I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
I couldn't condone it because of that. But I know somebody who was with an older guy. I want to say he was about 45 and she was
Shit,
about
my mama and
18.
daddy was like that. My daddy was 40, and my mama was 17. They were both in the streets, and he snatched that little young thing up and stayed with her for 14 fucking years. And on his deathbed, he said he never loved a woman like her. That's
Right,
my
right,
mother and father.
right. I
You
can
know
get
what I'm
with that.
saying?
It's like you said, what's what make it cringe
But
worthy
he
is the
didn't
fact.
know her. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't know her.
Exactly. That's why I hate that clickbait shit, because we don't know. He might not have seen that girl since she was 2 years old. And
Yeah,
then ran into her in the strip club, nigga. You know what I'm saying? See, we all, you know what I mean? Like,
because that has happened to me before. I used to date somebody
hell yeah, that had happened, nigga.
and this,
Facts.
you know what
And
I'm
they daughter,
saying?
and I'd have seen their daughter in the club
Yep,
years later.
it done happen.
Facts.
It done
And
happen.
if I wouldn't have knew, shit, boy, I'd have knocked her down. I'm just being for real.
Oh, nigga, I done knocked down. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
do you see? So,
But
but that's a difference. I get it. I get. That's that cringe-worthy title of Godfather marries
Right.
18-year-old goddaughter.
Right. But
right,
you don't know to what extent the relationship was.
So your
right.
emotions immediately.
Oh, this motherfucker dirty than
This
motherfucker.
motherfucker, he been touching on her when she had on Pampers and all that
Right,
immediately.
right. Immediately.
Immediately, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to, when you are a person of a high level of intelligence, you got to, when you don't know the background, you have to be able to step outside of your biasness to fairly judge the situation. If you don't know the evidence, okay, he been touching on it. They've been thinking he was suspect.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Okay, you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but
if
ain't no
we,
proof of that or no saying or nothing
and the
like
girl
that.
married him. My thing is this manipulation of these young broads. It's like, come on, my nigga, we was young, nigga. These hoes know what they doing. Like, we got to stop acting like just because you are older nigga that you could just manipulate. Come on with all that shit. You know
Yeah,
what
some
I'm
of these
saying?
young hoes will
They know what they
manipulate
doing, boy.
your ass.
Hell yeah, they
Yeah,
know what
She
they
might, she
doing.
might, she might have both of her hands in that bag. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, that's her pussy, man. That's her pussy. She know what she doing with it and what she want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that whole the black, the man manipulated it. No, if she said yeah, she said yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she need
yeah,
to be held
yeah,
accountable also.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, actually, she could have said yeah
And
for sex
manipulated him
at
into the
16,
shit.
17.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's always multiple parties. It's always looked at like, oh, this big bad man manipulated this little young girl. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that, man. I know all kind of girls that chose to go out here and sell pussy at 16 years old. Didn't nobody pimp them. Didn't nobody
Right.
throw out. They chose to do it.
Yeah.
All on OnlyFans, TikTok, all of this shit. They choosing to do it. Ain't nobody forcing them to do it, manipulating them, taking their money, none of that shit.
Yeah, you absolutely right.
Half of the Instagram models that nigga watch twerk is 18 years old, buddy.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So we got to start, everybody got to be held accountable. When we want to have these discussions, everybody got to be held accountable. Now, if that was a little girl, that's, a kid, then that's different. She not no kid when you 18 years old and you been had your period for years. To even be able to choose that yeah, I want to marry this man. Because I'm pretty sure the family was against it. So for you to go
Yeah.
against that, you get what I mean? You know what you doing?
I would like to hear from them and hear what they had to say about it.
Man, that nigga probably been paying her mama rent for all these years, man. Shit.
Yeah.
It be, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending nothing. I really don't even care. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta be objective with and non-biased on certain things because that's what help you grow and start and get you out of the chains of society and white supremacy. You get what I'm saying? Because what if the law was never that, I mean, like what if that didn't matter? Would you feel the same way? It's because of how you were raised, it's the way you feel the way you would feel. If it
I
was
agree.
differently, you wouldn't feel that way. So is that really truth? Because truth is the things that ain't never got to be taught.
Right, right.
It's
I don't know if
absolute.
that's something that I mean I would guess that it would be, but I'm not sure if that was something that. Well, I
And
guess
that's
at
not even
18,
really
like
asking you.
nowadays, you don't even know.
And that's just a general question. You get what I'm saying? It's just is because would it be worse if it was a 61-year-old man and it was a 22-year-old girl that was his what's her name and she is less mature than the current girl? Like it's we don't know. You get what I'm saying? And black people
Mm.
condemn each other before we even know the fucking truth.
Yeah, but that title was horrible. And I guess
Yeah,
that's the way that they put
yeah,
it out there.
clickbait,
Yeah,
absolutely,
click. That's why
clickbait,
you got to be able to step outside of
clickbait.
that. You
Yeah, that
get
was
what I'm saying? Because
clickbait,
who ain't gonna click on it?
right?
Right. I definitely did.
I
First
did.
thing this morning.
I
Because
did.
I assume they don't give you no particulars on the actual history of their relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I didn't even
No.
read all the
I
way
I didn't
through it.
read either. So maybe I
She made
should.
a video responding to everybody backlash about it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it's like hey, I sometimes I applaud people like that because fuck what y'all talking about. This is my life. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I applaud people like that because even though it seems weird, and I wouldn't do that shit. If she happy, he happy, and they ain't hurting nobody, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah, we got to stop giving a fuck about what everybody else.
Yeah, because that's they happiness, man. It's what he doing worse than a nigga that's a 19-year-old man and a 19-year-old woman, and he beating the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Like we gotta,
We-
we gotta start checking our scale of goddamn what's bad and what ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just, oh man, that shit just, it turned my stomach when I read the Godfather part and the goddaughter, and then they showed a picture of the nigga holding her when she was maybe one or some shit like that, like a professional picture too at that. Like he was in her life. It kind of turned my stomach a certain way.
right.
What you say when you read the title?
When I read the title and then saw the picture of him, and it was a
Yeah,
professional picture. It wasn't like no
yeah,
shit
at the
somebody
wedding,
took at the
like it was
crib.
at the it was at the wedding, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
like
yeah. I laughed at that shit when I seen that shit.
it's like what the fuck,
Yeah, I laughed at that shit. I was like, look, OG, the guy, the young thing for real. You know what
dog.
I'm
And I
saying?
ain't against that, man. Like what
It's
man
just
don't want something
it's the
young,
guy, yeah, it's the goddaughter thing. But hey, that ain't your daughter.
right? Ain't if it was my daughter, that nigga wouldn't have made it that long, nigga.
But
Because
no,
ain't no
no,
way.
not your daughter. I'm talking about that ain't his daughter. Okay,
No,
goddaughter, but that ain't my daughter.
you was supposed to look at her like that. That's why I don't even want no
Hey,
fucking godparent.
he still might look at her like that, but it's just like, hey, I take care of her before I let her go through all that shit. You just hey, I mean,
Just let
it's
me smash, huh?
hey, he might not could even hit her.
No,
So that'd be fucked up.
You know,
I
shit.
gave I gave my son this sucker. He damn near choked on the motherfucker. He put the whole thing in the back of his mouth. I'm like, boy.
Straight.
Now he pissed off. You'd have took it from him.
Yeah, he pissed off than a motherfucker,
Yeah,
man.
if he was grown, he'd probably try to put hands on you.
Did you see my dog just got here, man?
Which one? You got a
My
new one?
son. No, I just had a baby.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't I hit you up? I hit you up.
I don't know. You might have, dog. My memory ain't good.
Yeah. I hit you up. Hell yeah, I seen that, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, my nigga
Congratulations,
here.
man. Yeah, you gotta stop that shit, buddy.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, nigga, we too old, nigga.
November 7th, it's over with.
Yeah, you know, you start. Oh, you getting the clipped?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hell yeah, cause nigga, you gonna be one of them niggas. You gonna be 60 at the
Right.
motherfucking high school graduation. And
Nigga
you
with
know,
a cane and a pint.
okay, nigga, with your Detroit hat cocked. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Just got out the car listening to motherfucking goddamn Project Pat.
Right. Nigga. Nigga, I can't be doing this. I can't run out here, play basketball and football and all this at no 60, man.
So let me ask y'all. Let's bring it back around, man. You know, because we got off on that tangent.
Mm.
Let me ask y'all about how do you. What is a way to navigate through all of this madness? And I'm not talking about just physically navigating through the world, but how do you fellas navigate through this madness, through all of the smoke, you know what I'm saying, and cloudiness, to try to figure out who you really are? That's a real question, not rhetorical. You know what I'm saying? Like how, I'm interested, and I'm sure the people is too, and how y'all do that.
Man, I really don't even know how to answer that question, dog, because I don't know how to navigate through this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of just taking it turn by turn. You know
Shit,
what I'm
maybe that
saying?
is navigating. That is navigating through it. You're just taking it turn by turn.
Yeah, I just don't know how, you know what I'm saying, whether I'm turning right or left when I get to this intersection, you know what I'm saying? Until I get there.
But it ain't no wrong way.
No, it ain't no
It's just
wrong way.
one go to one destination and one go to another.
Right. And you can change that path along the way. You know what I'm
Yeah, you can
saying?
U-turn in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, you know. Bree, what he dealing? Yeah, he dealing with them little monsters. I already know.
I think I think you say how you navigate and try to find your way,
Yeah,
try to
not
find yourself.
physically, just
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
mentally through this shit.
I don't think I don't think you ever find who you actually truly are because
Facts.
you don't you're gonna be in your on your deathbed learning shit, right?
Right.
Exactly, because the
Right.
human existence is still going.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
how can you know who you are if you don't truly know who you not? And you can't truly know who you not unless you've experienced everything that life has to offer, which you never will.
Right. Right.
So,
You definitely woke.
it all goes back to what our earlier topic was. Is just is are you strong enough to accept that's what's not accepted? Because what's not accepted by a certain group of people doesn't make it wrong just because they don't accept it, and it don't make it right just because you do.
Right.
So it falls back to the God that's in you, the energy that's in you. Is you have to focus on that. That's the biggest thing of what my journey, my studying, the things I've learned, the things I've taught, is just be half of what you think you are, and you're gonna be okay on whatever. And whenever this certain journey end, just know that there's gonna be another one that's starting after that, because we don't know what the end is. You can imagine it. You can try to think but can't nobody tell you what death feels like. Because if they could tell you, that mean they didn't die. I don't care if your heart stopped. I don't care about any of that. So,
Yeah. I,
you fellas got any more topics, Bree? Because I can keep going, but we got to get it. We got to some controversial. You know what I'm saying? That's.
man, I ain't really seen too much other topics
Well, it
and
could be
shit
just something that you
to
feel that you got to. You've been wanting to get off your chest, or teach us, or anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
I'm
So
not looking mad. But I've been I always talk to Brent about this. I watched the Kevin Samuels. I look at his channel. Shout out to him. You
okay.
know what I'm saying? And I a lot of times I hate to read the comments. You know what I'm saying in his videos as if the man on their line. You know what I'm saying about the topics that they own. You got a lot of average women, a lot of them below average women, expecting 6-figure and 7-figure men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they don't match that. And in the
Oh,
black community, they got more opportunities than we do.
right,
This is not the
right,
white community. Black women don't have that same argument that white women do.
right, right. They feel totally different about how shit works. Like their marriage rate is double ours. You know what I'm saying? Or black women's. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And the argument he was making was like one chick that was on there felt like it was up to black people as a whole to fix black women and make them marriageable. And that's just not true. That's up to black women alone to do that. Like we at the
Well,
bottom
well, I don't know. Uh, because I think we are one. So I kind of get what she's saying, but it's still taking. I don't know where her context was. So just from that statement, it still seemed like she's taking accountability away.
from herself.
Yeah, but depending on, like I said, her context, it kind of is because it's affecting us. Period. It's if the black man didn't stand for certain things and protected our women like we should, maybe she wouldn't act up the way she does.
Yeah, that's a
And when I
big
mean,
maybe though.
but when I mean act up, I mean not in the consensual sense, in the separation of the black man and the black woman. The looking at the black man should be independent but act like the white man does it.
Right?
They can't look outside of it's a reason why we're all broken.
Right.
This is on purpose. So it's not up for black women to fix black men. It's not up for black men to fix black women. We are one. We are a collection. It's you. We got to do it together
Yeah,
because
but
you
what
can't.
we end up doing is, okay, say we try to make this black woman marriageable, because that's what they need to be doing. Like as parents, you know what I'm saying? We need to be,
But what
especially
do you
with our
mean by the black woman marriageable? What does
to
that
where
mean?
this is a woman that you would want to marry. This is that what wouldn't that would be something that you would want to create,
I mean, but saying the black woman is, I'm married to a black woman for 17 years,
right?
and she's
Okay,
great. So you can't. What do you mean make the black woman marriageable?
you married to a black woman. I'm talking about black women as a whole. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
yours
but I mean,
individually.
it's a lot of black women as whole that are marriageable.
I'm talking about black people as a whole. Why are
That's
we?
what I mean about the marriageable thing is
Right?
we gotta.
Why are we? Well, okay. Why are black women married less? Like white women are. It's more than half of white women more married than black. I'm saying it wrong. I know I am. But you know what I'm saying? 50 by about 50% is 50% more white women married than black. And then it
Okay,
only
so
goes up
why
from
do
there.
you
We at the
think?
bottom of the totem pole. So
But
that means
don't you
that as
think
a
that
collective,
that's a problem of white? That is the same thing of why so many black people locked up, why so many black people missing, is that
He's saying it's a byproduct of something.
yeah, that we
That we're
it's
at the bottom of the totem pole.
but we're at
Right.
the bottom of the totem pole in all aspects in this society. So of course that would be one of them.
Okay, but why aren't black men having problems finding women? And
Black
women,
men
the black
are
women,
hold
we
on,
not.
no.
We
Hold on,
not.
no,
We
no,
got three,
not
four,
finding.
five of them.
No, that's having women to fuck. Having a woman to build a life with. The black man has just as much as that problem as the black woman do.
I disagree.
Finding a black woman or a black man to build a life with, it don't have nothing to do with marriage. You can marry as many motherfuckers as you want. That don't mean you built a life with them. So it doesn't matter about the marriage. That we all in the same boat. You
Ain't
get me?
that what black women want? Ain't that what women as a whole want, is to be married, to get married and
No,
raise
no,
a family?
no,
Ain't that
that's
what it
not what.
is?
No, that's not. That's not. That's what that's your perception of what women want. Women really don't want that shit,
So
and
what
they're
do they
showing
want?
you that they want to do what they want to do.
I think society that told them that that's what they want to do.
No, society told them that they should marry, that they should
Where?
build a family. No, that's just been society for the last thousands of years.
But now our culture, our culture
But
say
it
fuck
was
this.
been like that, bro. It was been like that. Just because it haven't been like that in our little short life, it was like that.
I believe it was, but it ain't, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but is that really wrong, though?
Is it wrong for them to want
Because you want to do what you want to do. Why can't they?
They can do what they want to do. But what my point is that they want to be married. This is what they want.
But
So
you speaking as a man, like, is that what they really want? Like, I don't hear no women saying that.
I do.
No, I've heard that, but you can't go off of the women you've heard say that and put that on it. My whole point is what I'm saying is we put and I'm no diss to Kevin Samuels, you know.
How can we differentiate
Exactly, dog. You get what I'm saying?
statistically from an absolute number of women who actually want that opposed to who don't want it? I think it's a
I'm thinking
I think
you going off of a male made narrative. That's not a
I,
female made narrative.
I think even if women did want it, are is it women is it women responsibility only to to um to I guess fix what's wrong with black women?
Is it up to
because
us to do the same thing?
because I feel like, okay, for the sake of argument, let's try to figure out how to make black women more marriageable. That would be a job for both black men and women, wouldn't
And
it?
black, exactly.
Well,
That's my
how? How would it
okay.
be a job
Because
for
look
black
what
Because
you're
men?
doing.
when
Because you're separate.
I raise
Exactly.
my daughter, I got to
And every daughter got a
raise
daddy.
her to be a feminine woman, and so
How
So
that's on
how
me.
can a masculine man teach a woman how to be a
because
feminine
that
woman?
is the energy. Because femininity
For the
and
same
masculinity
reason,
matches up together.
for the same reason that a black woman teaches a black male how to be a man also.
We are the same. Like the separation of the shit is the white supremacy's tool. By you saying no, it's up to them they self. It's like, how is it up to them they self when we stuck in this motherfucking we stuck in this savageness together. We stuck in this together. Because that same black woman is the one that has protected the black man much more than we've protected them.
Because the thing is,
And they say that's a fact.
if
So we gotta be fair.
if we're gonna put that on black women, then
What are we putting on us?
we got to pick up some shit that we done dropped. If
Okay,
that's
what are
the
we putting
case,
on us? You know what I'm saying?
you know,
What do we
a
I'm
exactly?
lot.
not saying that. I'm not saying that we done dropped anything. I'm saying that black men are responsible for what
for fixing black men, and black women are responsible for
But
fixing
how
black
are
men.
you going to
That's what I'm
fix
saying. It's a separate
yourself
thing.
as a
It's
black
isolated.
man? But how you going to fix yourself as a black man without the black woman when you raised by a black woman? And then how the black woman going to fix herself when she raised by the black man? We coincide together. It's not that it's women on one side of the world and then man on one side of the world. We all living in this existence together, so it's all up to us together to make the
You know
existence
what?
better.
A lot of black women don't. A lot of black women don't know what men want.
And
So
vice versa. That's real shit.
so if
That's
you
what,
got
yeah.
if you got women who need to be fixed and they haven't been taught properly how to be feminine women from the women because they don't know what the fuck's going on. So
Or have we ever thought that
we
they
got to
they
get a
lose their
perspective.
femininity because they had to protect us so
We
much?
it's all our problem.
Exactly. It's
I,
our
I
problem.
you know black men issues is black women problem
Issue.
just
And
as
black
it
women
is for black
issues
men.
because your last friend you have is the black man. Last friend he got is the black woman, and the last friend she got is the black man, because only us know how we feel in this human existence that we going through under white supremacy. Can't nobody else tell you.
Sometimes you got to talk to a woman to understand women.
Yeah.
Sometimes women got to talk to men to understand men. I mean, that's
Yep.
just
And we can spend times all day because there's all kind of these broads out here that's be on bullshit. And all we can spend time on talking about the problems that black women got. But what about
but
the
I understand
special
what you're
things that
saying. You
only,
said I understand what he's saying. He's saying like, you coming up, you got the younger men in your family. You may got to make sure they're on the right path, and I get that.
yeah, yeah,
We supposed to take a special eye at the young men underneath us in our families and in our circles to
yeah,
make sure those young men are on the right path. You know what I'm saying? You got the dude who caught the young dude trying to steal his BMW. You see that? Or
yeah,
Benz?
yeah,
He whipped the gun on him.
Real.
Oh, but that's a testament to what you were saying, Cole. And you're right. Men are we supposed to make sure that the young men get a certain level of education to in cultural issues and black issues and the same thing for women because we can't teach women everything. Women got to teach women certain things,
yeah,
but it's also things that we're gonna teach women, vice versa for men. But I go to talk about that situation because in the state of Georgia, I think that was in Georgia, Macon, Georgia. Can't you blow a motherfucker away if they take your car?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
He
they
said
got that
that
stand your ground law.
he could have blew him away, and he would have been justified in doing it. Everything was on camera. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. He took the little nigga to the side. He had a rap with him. Because I saw the video because he talked about it after the situation. He said he rapped to the dude for about 30, 40 minutes. That's that's an example of the
and because
men.
we
You know what I'm
don't,
saying?
as black men, do that, is those same brothers end up doing women the wrong way. And because black women also don't do that with the young black girls, is how they end up doing the black man the
Right.
wrong
I
way.
know, but I understand what you're saying, Cole, and
Oh,
to a
I
certain
get what he's saying, because
and
these
to a certain
brothers
degree, and
is,
I just think to a certain degree is women's problem, but it's not their problem entirely.
because this is my thing. If we are man, our soul, black man are what we think we are, then why is these bitches acting up? And I ain't calling no bitch, I'm just talking shit. But why in your opinion, why are they acting up? Because if we was on our game, then why would they act that way?
I get where y'all at. We don't have the opportunity to be on our game. We can't.
Well, I can agree with that, but then
Yeah, I agree.
also
Yeah,
on the woman end, she could be like, yes, you can, because you could just murder all these motherfuckers and stop it. Because that's how they look at you.
Yeah.
You got to understand, you the one that's her protector. She's looking at you. Like, regardless of what's going on, Y'all could stop this because we can. And that's period. Because we allowed it to happen. So we can stop it. So maybe that's why the woman, ultimately acts up and does a lot of immoral things we seeing today is because of she feel like, subconsciously, these niggas don't really fuck with us. Because how long are they gonna allow this to happen? You got niggas that watch the police beat up a black woman or a black girl and they record it and they don't stop nothing. And they live with that. Other black women see it and they subconscious. So it's like, and this been happening for hundreds of years. So that's what I mean is we got to give each other a break on both sides. We got to give each other a break. We have to.
Yeah, but on the
Because
men's
we gonna
side, there
destroy
is no break.
ourselves. Well,
On the
see,
men's side, there is no
that.
break.
Well, when you a man and you are the most dominant entity on the planet is the black man. Why do you need a break? You're the most dominant. Science tell you that. You carry the most dominant gene on the planet. Why do you need somebody to do you a favor? I mean, how you fellas feel about that? I gotta take the piss break real quick.
Oh yeah, do your thing.
I'm still here. I'm trying to charge my phone in, keep the
Yeah.
mic on.
No, but I understand where you're coming from. I do. I just think that we all got to work together.
I just don't. As far as the like, I don't understand how y'all don't feel like. Well, Chuck said first, say I don't want to put nothing in your mouth, but Chuck said he don't feel like the black woman wants to be married, and I disagree because that's all I hear from women, and I know women and been knowing women, and this is what their ultimate goal is as far as what they say. What they say and what they really want is always two different things. But I don't. I
Yeah,
see
that's true.
that's what women that wedding. You know what I'm saying? Whether they want the marriage or not, they want the wedding. They want somebody to put that ring on their finger. That's what I
Yeah.
see women wanting. And I'm not talking about little girls, because little girls may not want that, but grown women want that. And
Yeah.
I don't see. I
Okay,
don't
I'm back.
see
My bad.
Yeah.
here saying that because like my biggest problem I guess with it is that the blame always gets put on the men for not the men are the reason why women aren't getting married and don't have relationships and things like that. And I don't feel like the men are the cause. You know what I'm saying? Men aren't the ones walking out of the relationships. The women are.
That's not true at all, nigga. How many niggas got babies thrown around this country everywhere?
From walking out of the relationship?
You think of what I'm saying. How much of a man did it make you? You got babies strewn around everywhere. How are you breaking the cycle of what we complaining about that the black women do?
I'm missing your point from what I'm
He's
saying, from
Okay,
what
saying
I said.
he's saying women. He's saying okay, if we're gonna fault the women, we gotta if
yeah.
we're gonna fault the women, you gotta fault men in terms of the
Because do we
excess
care about the
baby
black
making,
family?
the
Do we
excess
care about
baby making.
exactly? Do we care
You know?
about the black family when we just
I mean
making babies
that's
all
real
around the
though.
country? That's real as fuck, dog. How much do we care
That's
about the
real.
black family?
I'm not
When you
saying
know that you need to be there with them kids in their life every day.
I get what you're saying, Chuck. I'm not. Let me correct myself because y'all saying it. I think y'all feel like I'm saying that the black man ain't supposed to have no responsibility in nothing. That's not what I'm saying,
No,
though.
I know that ain't what you're saying. I know
You know
that's
what I'm
not what you're saying.
saying?
But you
What I'm
gotta remember, we talking to the masses. It ain't just us three like we usually be. So you got to make that clear to the people too.
well, hopefully that's clear now.
Well,
But
yeah, for sure,
you know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying? I'm not
for
saying
sure.
that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got things to fix within ourselves. That's not what I'm saying. I'm targeting this right now because the on the other end, we are the ones that's targeted on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where what I was begin what I was saying in the beginning about it. And oh boy, was that you get beat down for giving off the same energy that the women give to us. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree.
It's
I agree.
hard.
I
It's
agree.
it's
I
hard
agree.
to sit here and dish it out, but then when it's time to take it, it's so hard. But the statements that said is true. But we hear the truth all the time about what we don't have and what we should have and what we should be doing and this
No,
and
I
this
agree.
in order to
I agree
get
with
that.
all of that. Is the black woman has wrapped herself up under the white woman's narrative.
Right.
I
I couldn't
understand
have
that,
said it better.
but the black man is got a big responsibility of allowing the black woman to accept that narrative, my nigga. They
Like,
accept that narrative because for hundreds of years they have seen what you're taught as success come from the white man as a whole and not the black man, but they are still looking at you like you are they know who you are as the black man.
man,
So
right. And why
you
you ain't doing this shit
exactly,
about it.
nigga,
Well, I
because
get
why
it.
you ain't just murdering these motherfuckers? You just gonna let them kill us? You just gonna let them rape us? You just gonna let them put us in slaves, put us in church? You got to put yourself in a position, my nigga, for real. For 500-600 years of that.
Because of people ain't people is only as strong as they women. That's what they say. And
And that's what I'm saying is that living in this corrupt ass society too, my nigga, that they are attacked on a level because they give birth to us. So they are attacked just as much as we are attacked, just because it might be certain different attack methods. It's all the black people. We are all in this shit together. The black man got to also get outside of that narrative, the white man's narrative of blaming the woman. Because we doing the same thing. We are adopting that narrative. Because that's not reality in the black experience, especially in this country. That's not the reality. The reality is we all got the same enemy. We both got a common enemy that got they foot on both of our throats. And it's the same fucking enemy. So by separating ourselves from each other, all we doing is pushing it further and further and further. And
I
that
just
goes for men and women, not just black men and women, but it's special because we are black. And in America, in Western society, it's really attacked. The black family is really and it's been that way for hundreds of years.
you're absolutely right. That's exactly how we got here. You know what I'm saying? To the spot where we at. And you know what I'm saying, before all this, you know what I'm saying, we was married at a high rate. You know what I'm saying? If black families stayed together before all this. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because for you got to remember, the woman controls the sex, but the man controls the marriage,
Right.
controls the family. So do we need to look at ourselves to why we're not starting families and why we walk out on our families instead of always just looking at the woman that she couldn't
Well,
keep it?
in my
Was there something
experiences,
weaker about the man that he couldn't handle it?
in my experiences, you know what I'm saying, I'm just talking about my own personal
Yeah, for
was
sure.
it was the woman that walked away. And I see that a whole lot more than like if this was a smash chick and he was just smashing her, this wasn't
Yeah,
his woman. You know what I'm saying? And he's spreading out kids like that. But that's one thing. But when he was in the household and in the relationship with the person that he had children with this woman, I rarely see the man walking out. It's the female who end up saying I'm tired, and it may be because of what the man is doing in the
yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or they don't know how to be in a relationship.
Right? But is that a man or woman's fault? But you
It
said that's
could be
both of
it's
them.
both of their fault because one of them they chose each other. You could have not chose that motherfucker. People show you who they are. You just got to pay attention. So that person showed you who they was. You chose to still start a family with them. So when it go wrong, it was both of y'all fault. because
Yeah,
y'all
for
in
your
this
choosing. If
together.
you go to the source, yeah. If you go to the
Yeah,
source, you're right.
that's what we always got to go to the source. We got to be self accountable. We have to be self accountable
Yeah, if you go to the source, and usually like you made a choice to be with this woman, and she made a choice to be with you.
to be with you. So regardless of who fucked over who, that's a risk that you took.
Right? You're definitely right.
Because
And
it
that
could have went the
risk,
other way. It could have went the other way. You get what I mean? So it's that's a part of the human existence. But what's fucking us up as a people is we really are treating each other like we did this to ourselves, though. You get like which
yeah,
we did, but we
yeah,
didn't. Like we trying to act like one group was tricked and then tricked the other group. That ain't what
right.
happened.
Yeah, it's like white supremacy did a job on black men, but it also did a job on black women too.
Because
You
they
know,
your
so.
mothers, my nigga. So imagine what they had to go through. So it's so we just like I said, it's we can't and I understand the anger towards black women, dog, in a lot of ways because I'm not, you know, all of that trying to, like our women can barely even wear their own fucking hair and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to understand where that mentality comes from because it wasn't always there. So once you put the variables into it, then we should be able to play a less of a blame game once we add the variables into it because it ain't like black man chose something and then tricked black women into it, or black women chose something and then tricked black men into it. No, we were, you know, under attack together at the same time. But because we're men and women, the experience is going to be different. But this blaming each other, you know what I'm saying, is like that's
I don't
is no
feel like it's
solution.
blaming. I feel like it's you take accountability for this, and we take accountability for this, and then
Now
we
we should
both
do
go
that.
into it in the middle and change that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't take no blame because it's a like you right, dog. It's a lot of niggas that go out here and create relationships with people, have children, and bust up. You know what I'm saying? When the responsibility part kick in, it's a lot of black men out here who did that, and that comes from just like with black women, like you were saying with black women, that comes from you know what I'm saying, the way shit was done, the way
Yeah,
shit was systematically done. We wasn't
yeah.
always like that. You know what I'm saying? But
They be stuck with them babies though. So them bitches is mad, bro.
yeah, they mad. They mad.
So
Yeah,
we see
mama's
that's
baby,
something
daddy's
we
baby,
gotta you
for
gotta
sure.
put into it. They pissed off because they get stuck with them babies. Regardless of who went wrong, they the ones get stuck with them. And we gotta keep that's that variable. We gotta keep that in the narrative. You know what I mean? Because just as much as we probably didn't want the kids, you was just trying to get some pussy. She was just trying to get some dick. She ain't want it
Right,
either.
right, right.
That's what I mean. We stuck in this shit together. Now they got some shit that they got to fix. That is a fucking fact. That's outside of us. That is a fact. But they're not gonna be able to fix it without us, bro. That's not gonna happen.
I
You know what I
just
mean?
don't know what we can do besides fix and work on the males. I don't know.
Stop this white supremacy shit. That's what we can do. Period. It's not gonna change until then. Period. It's that simple.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother huge subject right there.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
That's
that
a
simple though, my nigga. That's why we are at each other's throats. It's because that is what the enemy want us to do, and they've been training us to do this for hundreds of years.
When the system is not justice, it's always gonna be a problem.
You know, so
Yeah, that's where it get lost at right there. Because when you talking about getting rid of white supremacy, you talking about changing the world, and
yeah, but that's what it is because we allowed for the world to be taken from us.
yeah,
We allowed it. So the only way to reverse something is to what? Reverse it.
it can be done. I just don't know if I'm gonna see it be
Oh
done.
yeah, you probably won't, buddy. You
Nah.
probably won't.
Our great grandchildren might
Yeah,
see.
you
Right.
know, but it will stop. It
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
stop. Believe
I
that.
believe that. I believe that too.
Believe
I
that.
believe
And
it.
History
we
always
can be
re-
uh,
history
uh,
always
uh
repeats itself.
and we could be a tool of stopping it with the little shit we're doing right now. Because people need to hear these things. You know,
Yeah, because
people need to know that it's
a
regular people that
motherfucker
think
might
like them.
be on the fence on religion tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the same reason why the black man and the white and the black woman is at each other's throat is the same reason black people believe in Jesus. Nigga. It's all ties up together. It's a control factor. You can control the people when you separate the man and the woman.
Yeah.
When you strip them of their native language, you strip them of their native God, you strip them of their native morals, and you give them yours, which are corrupt from the beginning. Of course, that the people gonna be in anarchy. You or the black woman that you know don't even know the language that your ancestors spoke. You don't even know it, but the Chinese do, the white people do, but you don't even know. That's powerful, my nigga. We out here like with no map, but we're on the path to get back to where we were at. But we out here trying to get back to it with no map. When you have other groups that got a map because their map wasn't burnt down, ours was destroyed. So like I said, it's a lot of bullshit that our black woman be on, but we co-sign that shit.
Yeah.
Whether we act like we don't or not, as a black man, we co-sign that shit.
Yeah, we do. Cause I be seeing a whole lot
Because
of these.
instead of
Yeah.
niggas being like, nah, bitch, I'm not just finna fuck you because you look like that. No, you need to be a woman. Then you can come holler at me. Niggas don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how we can stop it. With the sexual shit, go both ways. The women stop giving out pussy until niggas get this right. Niggas stop giving out dick until they get that right. Please believe. But who gon' how as a group? That's not because that's not human nature.
Right.
So you gotta be able to separate societal life from human nature. Things that is naturally gonna happen no matter what the society is. We are at war with a current society. We are not at war with each other. And we have to remind ourselves that at all times.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel what you're saying. I feel where both of y'all coming from.
Yeah, hell yeah, I feel with my nigga Coke because I be talking that bullshit, but I will not get in front of the world and down my black woman. Will not happen. Because
I
that's the
feel
tool
you.
of white supremacy. I will not do that. Our problem, our problem. That ain't for the motherfucking world. That ain't for me to capitalize off of. And that's my thing with the people who do that. They might have a point, but don't capitalize off of our struggle, my nigga.
Hmm.
Don't do that because then you the enemy. That's me, my thing. I ain't finna never shit on the black on Mother Earth, and that's the black woman. Science tell you that the first motherfucker
Yeah,
on
but
Earth
I
was.
don't I don't see it as shitting on them. You know what I'm saying? For telling them, for
But
giving
you
the
ain't
same.
telling them nothing. You telling the world something.
They telling the world the shit to us.
Well let them tell. See, but you see what I'm saying? You a man. Why you doing the same thing a woman doing? Why you
Right.
letting your
So
emotions trick you into
right.
doing that? You the man. You should be able to swallow your emotions and deal with it logically. Not go and get a bunch of man and just because we doing the same thing of being unaccountable just like they are. You doing the same thing. I'm gonna point the finger at you. If y'all do this, then we would do this. It's like, nah, nigga, you don't need for nobody else to act a certain way for you to act a way.
But you just said that though. You just said, okay, they stopped giving up, pussy, and we stopped giving, or we gotta stop giving up dick. That's the same thing you just said. So
No, what
like
do you mean? That ain't the same thing.
it is.
How? Explain
We
that to me.
doing we doing the same thing the bitches doing. The bitches stop giving up pussy. Okay, now we gonna start
But
giving up
that's not
dick. That's tit for
emotional.
tat.
That's not tit for tat. That is a tool. What's tit for tat is attacking each other for the world to see. That's tit for tat. Actually taking a tool and a solution because we get caught up so much in our sexuality is the reason why the black family is broken like that. That's a tool. That's not a tick for tack, my nigga. That is a tick for tack. Is y'all doing this? You doing this? If y'all stop twerking and acting like this, and we'll stop doing this. Or if y'all stop selling dope and gang bang, then we'll stop doing this. That's tick for tack because it ain't no tools in that brings a solution.
So pussy and dick bring solution.
Because that's human nature.
He's saying like
That's the one thing you cannot run from.
he's saying
Dick
that
and
like
pussy, you can't run. I don't care what the society is. That
he's saying that
rules shit.
um like when he say tit for tat, I think he mean like if you degrading each other type shit. But
No, I know what he's saying.
the holding pussy and holding dick that could actually it, it
It's a tool.
if it was applied, it probably might work.
That's what I mean. It's a
You know what I'm
tool that
saying?
you can use. That's not a
So
tip.
it's a little different.
Yeah, because that's something that is an actual tool. Because we know this as people, we just used examples of how you know that this motherfucker ain't no good for you, but you finna have sex with him anyway. Knowing that a human being can come from that. That's irresponsible than a motherfucker. But that power is so strong that we you get what I'm saying? It's hard to step away from. But you know this, and men and women do this. You know that this motherfucker is wrong with you, but you still have sex with them. You know that they no good for you. So ain't you accountable for that as an individual? But we done talked it up, man.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I say we go ahead. We gave the people plenty to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate all the support. And you make sure you subscribe to Bridge channel and help
Absolutely.
us support, help us grow this channel. Make sure you subscribe to Born Leader TV. Please help so we can grow this because we righteous men. And you might not agree with us, we might not agree with you, but we are all have a common goal, and
Right.
that's for people to be happy and for people to feel free. So
Right.
it's so I'm checking out, my brother.
All right, man.
All right, till the next time.
Till the next time.
All right.
Codeine.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Oh, okay. Shit. Charlie had to go.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been on here a while though,
Yeah,
man.
we've been on here a while, man. We've been on here a while. That talk. Hey, we got some good content though, man.
Right.
We got some good content, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. For real.
For sure. Hit
We
me
got
up.
to do this again. Yeah. I'm yeah, 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 I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be doing this for, just to create some content, man. So I appreciate you coming through, Codeine, though, baby.
For sure.
For sure, man. I'm gonna holler at you, baby. Love.
Yeah.